think that you're so lovely is my response to that.
Yeah, their intro done. So, how about you introduce the players and I'll set up the overlay whilst you're doing so.
Absolutely, sirs, ladies, gentlemen, lieges, poobahs, sires. I am pleased to actually talk about some Starcraft in the lower left-hand corner. It is going to go ahead and be the yellow Protoss, who's got experience at being a top shooter. It's xpTOPshooter, blocking his own pylon from going down and then forcing his own probe to not double mine. He is playing this matchup in hard mode in the upper right-hand corner. It's another Protoss, but this time in teal. It's DruidzPatjuh.
Yeah, you know what? Patjuh? It kind of sounds like he's sneezing.
Yeah. So it's Patcha.
It could be. Or it could be Patjuh. He could be sneezing.
He could be a sneezing druid.
Yeah, he could have had a cold when he made the account.
Oh, it'd be horrible to be a druid with allergies, and you'd be trying to, like, you know, meditate and worship Gaia and all that, and you're like, oh, I love you, Gaia, but not 3 months out of the year.
Yeah, that could be it. Also, I'm probably going to get shot for this, for making a reference to a different game than StarCraft, but think about being the lone druid and being allergic to fur. That would be a really horrible thing.
Yeah, I feel like he's had enough time to acclimate and get out of it because he's old.
Perhaps, yeah. For the people
he's still my favorite First Bloodline speaker, though. I can still run with these kids. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, he's really cool. I love him. He's so fun to both to play and to watch.
Anybody who has a pet bear is probably pretty awesome. I think that's a rule for both video games and real life. Ooh, a little bit of a drone tickling going on here. Druids does not like being spied upon at all. Thank you very much.
No, he doesn't. And they've made a slight deviation in their builds, whereas XpTOPshooter went straight up for the double gas, and Druids had his taken a little bit later on. I don't think it's gonna play too much of a role. The way I like to play this matchup is if I do the double gas, I want to get a Stargate out. However, this map...
Well, there's looking like a proxy position. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. It's just that looking like there's a probe in a proxy position, and I want to see something interesting.
I do as well.
But no.
I don't think
there's the gateway going back up at home, and I really thought for a second, I mean, he even moved that probe a couple of times after moving it down there, but no, it's not going to be happening. The later gas, I do want to point out from Druids, is not a big deal as usual in this matchup, because it's only 2 in each assimilator, the new style of PvP.
Yeah, he should start moving in with the thirds very soon, and there he goes with the rogue facility, so he's not going to be going for the Stargate opener. I don't blame him. This map isn't the best one to do it on. It's a very good map to go blink on, though. So it's absolutely a very smart choice. And they've taken different paths and reached more or less the exact same spot. They're on the same supply, same
PvP
stuff. Yeah. This is why I love it when someone goes Stargate. Because if one goes Stargate, it's gonna be fun because they're gonna do different stuff. If both people go Stargate,
it's super fun. Come on.
It's going to be really weird, and it's all going to come down to the sentries.
Double Stargate PvP is amazing. Oh, that probe is not getting in there, but he does see 2 sentries, and that's good. Oh,
he gets in.
Oh my god.
That is... And it plants a pylon! That has to be the most cheeky probe. And look at it, he hates him. He wants him dead. It's like, screw
all the
you,
other probes are like, oh, you think you're so special. But then he gets away, and then he gets out! Probe! If that probe was nominated for office, I would vote for him. Holy crap, man.
Yeah, the only thing that's lacking is a kill. Like, if he would have gotten a kill in that, he would have been the baller probe.
The fact that he's getting back, you know none of the other probes are going to believe his story. Like,
no.
How'd you get all dented up? He's all like, oh man, I ran past 2 sentries in a zealot, and then I put down a pylon. Then 19 other probes tried to jump me, but I said, screw you guys, ran out.
Yeah, it's you know what I'm thinking? That Druids figured that his opponent was going to see this pylon, believe it's a 4-gate, and straight up send his entire army there. So he builds a pylon, gets his probe out, and then cancels it, which he did. He cancelled the pylon. So I think that Druids, he's an evil mastermind.
I think he just like, oh, did I just get past that? Well, I'm gonna do anything because anything is a victory. Both players have early expanded now, but gosh darn it if I don't love that. This is why we need as casters the ability to hotkey units, so we can keep telling his story.
Yeah, he got back with minerals as well. He stopped by the third, and he nibbled on even a close mineral patch. Like, that's how baller he is. He's not picking any mineral patch. He's just like the close mineral patch. That's the one I want to get.
No, that's not the one. That's the only one that's hurt is the one that came back. He mined the third mineral field of his opponent. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, the close mineral patch on the third.
Oh, okay. It was the close to the third. My bad. I didn't see which one was. Robo facility timing actually pretty close here. Warp Prism coming out for Druids. Boy, this guy plays PvP without fears. Basically, how it looks to me from the outside. You tell me with your great PvP knowledge, sir.
My great PvP knowledge. Yeah. So, what he's doing, it looks like he's gonna be going for a double immortal drop, and this, if it gets sniped off, it's gonna hurt him. It seems like his opponent wants to do something similar as well, since he is getting the gravitic drive and he's getting himself his own Warp Prism, and that we see him picking up both immortals. Feels good to not be wrong this time. So
yes,
this could be like great, and it could be horrible.
My God. They're both doing it. Is this going to be double immortal drop versus Colossus drop?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be immortal drops. What?
They're both going to do immortal drops.
The delay pops up. I have no idea. Oh, okay. I'm apparently streaming because the chat is saying I'm streaming. I'm just offline on my second monitor. Phew. Phew. Okay.
No, I'll tell you if if it goes down. You just cast, sir, because you're the smart one.
Sometimes, yeah. So now he's dropping the immortals. It's going to be really cool. He might even, if he's really lucky, get something important like the robot bait.
Oh, he's gonna get the robotics bait. It's not a question anymore. There's nothing in position to stop him.
Oh, here he comes with everything, and everything is basically two stalkers. There he lifts up the two immortals, gets away, snipes up the robo, and even drops down to kill off a pylon, saying, you know, I'm not done yet. I'm gonna get a probe and a pylon and a simulator, perhaps even.
Yeah, those elves really taking that damage there. This Warp Prism drop has been very effective. However, the Warp Prism drop, or the Immortal drop, is now happening back at home, and the probes are pulled. I cannot
recommend no, that's not to be recommended. Warping in a single Stalker to take care of double Immortal is not very good as well. That Stalker has some balls.
Yeah. Basically, everything in Druid's army
and he's gonna kill it. No, he almost killed an Immortal with a single Stalker. There we see speed kicking in for the Warp Prism as well, so it's just going to move on down with the double immortal. So, XpTOPshooter saying, you know, you can drop in my base, I can drop in your base, and guess who is going to be the drop king? And I do believe that XpTOPshooter is going to, you know, get away with the better
16 to 3 kills, but still only a 7 harvester difference. But that's that difference is changing very quickly here. And when you include the lack of mining time from all these probes attacking immortals, which is a thing now, I guess.
Yeah,
it is
a thing. Druids has made it an absolute thing. He has a Colossi out though, which is really good, but force fields aren't really going to stop this drop from, you know, doing damage, because guess what, he's just going to pop on into the drop again. Now he's got his Stalkers in place already, which is really good for him, but they can't quite catch up to that. And probes can't attack.
They were just eager, man. They're just like,
Stalkers.
Let me at them. Oh, these immortals are just wrecking everything, sir.
Yeah, the Stalkers sadly die, and now the Warp Prism, it is almost immortal. It's an immortal Warp Prism, 12 hit points, and gets away. It has truly done some tremendous damage to poor Druids, but it's not too far behind anyway. I think he's up in... No,
he's down significantly. He stopped trading probes for quite some time now. XpTOPshooter has reversed the harvester count significantly. He was 10 behind. He is 13 ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking of saying he's ahead in Colossi, but he's only ahead in Colossi by like 20 seconds.
Oh, so this is why I shouldn't interrupt you, even with all my boyish excitement.
Yeah, it's still absolutely true what you're saying. And there he kills off another pylon. More probes fighting immortals. Immortals still win that fight. I can't believe that the probes haven't learned this yet.
I really feel like they should have figured this out. They were all inspired by the Ballad of Hero probe, but little did they know that he was a unique exception.
Oh, supply blocked as well. Now it's a complete all in, and I think it's even going to become a base race, and there he goes on with that little force field, but it's not really going to stop anything because now the Immortal, no, not the Immortal, the Colossus comes down and just kills off that force field. And I mean, this is the thing. One Colossus has gone down for TOPshooter, but not for Druids yet. And now his Colossi can just go to town on all those Zealots. And if he just can kill that second one, which it seems like EA is going to do, he is now in a fairly good spot anyway.
He did an amazing spot. These Zealots are almost being funneled to their own death. They got absolutely no use out of 7 entire Zealots there. The natural is entirely destroyed. The Immortals are picked up here to come back home. He is not going to continue the base trade. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't think he could manage. I don't know why TOPshooter is moving.
Now he's
no,
going
not
back.
TOPshooter. Why Druids is moving on back. I don't know why. I don't know. Druids, go on in and finish it off.
These guys have just, there's indecisiveness.
I cannot hear you anymore. You're way too far away from the microphone, but you sound excited. And I think, no, the probes almost got the kill on that Immortal. They almost finally got their kill, but they didn't sadly get it. And now we see that Druids is inside of the main base of TOPshooter, and TOPshooter is going to stage a last-ditch attempt to try and kill this off, but I don't think that he's going to manage to do so, because 2 Colossi are better than 1 Colossi, and especially if those 2 Colossi have 3 Immortals with them. So TOPshooter's army is not quite going to be able to stand against it, especially if his Colossi just gets sniped off like that. His second one, that is, which could have been his saving grace. Now 1 Immortal is going to go down. The second Immortal should get targeted down as well. And now we've only got lost Jack. He's lost in translation somewhere. We've got no Immortals out versus 2. No Colossi versus 2 Colossi. I've been way too hung up on those Immortals. And we see the last little attempts, but can he actually clean this up? No, I don't think that he can. Now Druids is showing that he's got some fancy Warpers and Micro as well. Picks up and lands his different Colossi, and he takes the game. That looked to be a very tough thing for him to hold indeed, but very, very, very well played.